According to George Billings, half of the troubles of our life can be traced to saying yes too quickly and not saying no soon enough. Taking control of your life. From Susan Jefferson's book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. I know we've been on this book for some time now, but it's full of so many lessons that I just find it worth sharing with you guys. So what does it mean to take control of your life? I know a lot of people who live their life playing the victim role. They don't take responsibility for their own life. They give that power to someone else. How would you feel if you are living life just accomplishing someone else's goals, ticking the boxes on someone else's checklists, and putting your life on a standstill? Remember that as each and every day passes by, you grow old, and time is one of the valuable resources in this life that you can never buy back. Time lost is gone forever. And a thought of that actually puts some fear in me, to be sincere. I heard a statement one time in church and Bible study. Someone made something that I have never viewed. I'm someone who I'm time conscious. I like the concept of time. I like to study about time. And he said something about time that, despite my zeal towards the topic of time, I have never viewed time from that angle before. He said when you view time in hours and minutes, you don't value time. But when you start to see time in seconds, you would see how much precious and fleeting time is. When you look at your digital clock and you are looking at the hour hand, it's moving, but you will not see the effect at hand. But just looking at the second hand, is always on the move. That sound alone tells you that you've lost a couple of seconds, and those seconds can never be retained again. When you don't take control of your life and you give that power to someone else, they take you and use you to accomplish their goals because you don't know what to use your time for. And that puts you in a fearful position. That makes you a victim, a powerless victim. But this video is not to beat you down or make you feel bad about yourself. The truth is you are actually in control of your life. Wherever you find yourself in life today, wherever you find yourself now, you have consciously or unconsciously decided to be here. I know it is upsetting to know that this is as a result of your actions and your choices, but looking at the other side of the coin, you realize that it's actually a blessing to know this, because if you are able to create your misery, according to Susan Jefferson, it goes to say that you are definitely able to create your own happiness. Taking responsibility means never blaming anyone for anything in your life. Don't tell me you can't save because people put pressure on you. Don't tell me you can't save because of the circle of friends you have around you. If that is the reason, then it goes to say that you have the power to change your friends. If that is the reason, then it goes to say you have the power to make a change to that situation. No matter what you find yourself in life, know that it comes with multiple choices. It's just like you're in the exams hall, the teacher presents a paper to you. Section A, multiple choice questions. That is how life also is. Life will not throw you a challenge without giving you a way out. And that is how lovely God has designed life to be. And that is why in scripture, it goes to say God is not going to give you a temptation beyond your strength to handle it. He wouldn't give you something you can't handle. So also a situation or a circumstance wouldn't come your way that beats your ability to handle it. So know that you do not have the right to blame anyone for anything in your life. The decision, or as we say, the ball is in your court. But this doesn't go to say you have to blame yourself. I know it might sound contradictory if I'm not blaming someone else. Is that not to say I have to blame myself? I'm going to put blame in quotes here, blaming yourself in quotes. The reason is that yes, you might be the cause of things in your life. You might be the reason why things aren't working out. But when I say don't blame yourself, it's this. People blame themselves and shut down their minds. And that is what I have seen. It sometimes happens to me, but then I restart, so to say. What I mean by not shutting down your mind is that each and every experience comes with a lesson. Life is a classroom, and we are all students in it. And each and every experience doesn't go without having an attachment of a lesson to it. So once you mess up, ask yourself, what lesson does this mess up bring along? If you are awarded, ask yourself, what lesson does this success come with? There is no experience in life that doesn't have a lesson attached to it. But in today's world, when people mess up, rather than picking the lesson, they focus on the mess up. Rather than opening the package, they just focus on the exterior packaging of that package. When you begin to never blame anyone for anything in your life, and when you begin to not blame yourself in quotes, you would begin to realize a change in your life. You will no longer have fear, because fear or anger is a clue that you are not taking responsibility of your life. When you see your boss, you begin to get angry. That means your life is still in his hands. When you begin to see your wife or your husband, then you get angry. It's because you are totally dependent on them, or it is because you have given your life away to them. Or as my role model would say, you've become a pawn in the hands of charlatans. So, how your life will turn out tomorrow is dependent on you. God didn't give your life to someone. He gave it to you. You were created solo. And this is a solo journey. It's a journey of individuality. And what you will become tomorrow is dependent on the decisions you make today.